Okay, we're going live. Back on your screens again. It's a Thursday. Of course, from 9 p.m., you know exactly what to expect on your screens. Fireworks, honesty, truthfulness, and all the other words that you can use. And you have it here on Joy Prime, on your favorite male talk show, the BMPS show, the bald, muscle, pot-bellied, and skinny. Well, just in case you are thinking I'm the bald, I'm not, okay? I've got some hair on here. So, yeah. They say I'm the pot-bellied, so I accept them. My name is Kofi Hayford. I'm host of the BMPS show here on Joy Prime, Thursdays, 9 p.m., and of course with a repeat on Sundays, I beg your pardon, at 9 p.m. It's a show that is proudly brought to you by Johnny Walker. Charlie, if we're talking about whiskey, dear, it's got to be Johnny Walker. And I always say keep walking because that's what we believe in. Whatever that you do, whatever, right, that you do, whatever goals that you've set, aspirations that you have, dreams that you have, right, if you're working towards it, make sure that you keep walking. And whenever you think about continuing that journey and not taking any breaks whatsoever, and when I say breaks, I mean giving up, then you have to think about Johnny Walker because we say keep walking. It's big, bold flavor. That's for, the black label. Today we have a very interesting conversation on board. I'm definitely going to be delving into it. It's one that's quite sensitive, let me put it that way. But before we go into it, let me also remind you that if you like what I'm wearing, then please shout out to Jakarta Fashion. Yes, Jakarta Fashion are right here in Accra, and sustainable clothing. I've seen a lot of people, actually saying they like what I wear. And so thanks to you, Jakarta Fashion, for clothing me and making sure that I look super good on the screens every time. Okay, Possible is here, Nanya is here, Oliver is here, and then of course we have two more guests. And I say two more because we have a friend, Survivor, who's representing Johnny Walker today. We don't have Tapa here, but yes, he's also a very great mixologist. There's something really interesting about him that we'll find out today on the show, towards the end of the show, so make sure you don't go anywhere. But look, in every field, you have to keep walking. And today you will see why he kept walking and what he got when he never stopped walking. So shouts to you, my brother, Survivor. Survivor is up there, right? And then also we have our brother, Mr. Yeboah. He is a community psychiatrist, nurse specialist. Community psychiatrist, nurse specialist. And I'm sure you know exactly, maybe you don't know exactly, but I'll tell you. What we're discussing today is very, very simple. Men and depression, recognizing the signs. Men and depression, recognizing the signs. Do men ever experience depression? Do we go into depression? Or we are also abrobo? Like, it doesn't matter what is going on with us. We don't care. Like, I think one of the very first things that we talked about when we started BMPS show 2 years ago was that people believe and feel like men shouldn't add or attach emotions to anything, right? Men do not have feelings. Men do not cry. Like, whatever it is, just keep it in you, suppress it because you are a man. Hey, Bema, be a man. That's what we normally say. But in today's world, have the dynamics changed? That's what we're here to find out. And if they have changed and men also check into depression, what are some of the signs and what can we do? Mr. Yeboah, Akwaba, it's good to see you. It's good. There's something that we will talk about on this show, not today, but in the subsequent episodes. Okay. Money, power, respect. Which one is on your priority list as a man?
Where I'm coming from.
No, it's not where you're coming from. It's not where you're coming from. It's where you are. It's where you are.
I don't know why he's talk.
Because
where I'm coming from. I told you if I should go for any apart from respect, you will tell me that probably I'm gonna treat the people, my clients, for money.
Oh, we are now. So
I will go for respect.
When I sit on the radio, I don't collect money. You understand? I don't. Hey, please put some respect on my name. I beg your pardon. And I would say, Port Honor, who did you man for? I don't even go there. But anyway, Doc, you're welcome.
Let me end at respect.
So you want to respect him? All right. So you are friends with this man, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you're good.
Yeah, we're good, man.
How
are you?
I'm okay. Possible today. Make like you make quiet.
You guys go drink something.
We're gonna drink something today.
You guys go drink.
Make no can spot the brand give you.
Make no. I feel free to go crazy, man.
But anyway, so yeah, today that's what we're taking a look at. Depression in men, right? Or men and depression. What are the signs? We want you to be a part of the conversation. Have you ever checked into depression? Have you ever been depressed? And what are some of the things that bother you so much that sends you into that depressive mode? Tell us in our comment section if you are watching on Facebook, all right? You can use the hashtag the BMPS show on the BMPS show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Across all social media handles. We're going to go for a very short commercial break. Today we are just about 6, so we won't do a vox pop because there's a lot to talk about here in the studio. So let's go for a very quick commercial break. When we're back, the BMPS show continues. Hey, thank you so much for staying with us here on Joy Prime. You're still watching the BMPS show, the bald, muscled, pot-bellied, and skinny show, where we take a look at things from a man's perspective, everything. And today we're talking about depression in men, or men and depression. What are some of the signs? Guys, let me take a very quick stroll, with you guys. I want to start with you, Nanye. Have you ever been depressed?
Yeah, a few times.
Have you ever been depressed?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Yes.
But
Why is possible laughing?
Why did he laugh?
If I see my chuma, I say.
Why? Imagine when they go through
Not when they go through my face.
Imagine when they're only depressed in here. But possible, have you ever been depressed?
I don't know unless I hear about the signs.
Okay.
From the doctor.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
If not, I'll say no.
Okay. Mr. Eba,
Yes, boss.
have you ever been depressed?
Okay, interesting. People don't know depression and being sad.
Okay.
So you hear a lot of people saying, I'm depressed. Majority of them, they are just sad.
Okay.
Because you can ask the doctor.
Please.
Can hunger to...
You can be hungry and feel like you're depressed.
Hunger can make you sad. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you guys want to know if I've ever been depressed, but I think I am blessed. And I hope that I'll continue to be blessed for the rest of, my life. I don't think I've ever been depressed, even though I also don't really know the, exact signs. Right? So today we will learn. Today we won't do so much of the talking.
Have you ever been depressed?
Yeah. Oh, you've ever been, okay, right. So Survivor says he's also been depressed. Have you also been depressed? Have you ever been depressed? Would like to hear from you. So make sure that you send us a message, on Facebook or Instagram or even on Twitter. So first of all, what made you think that you were depressed?
Do you know what? Based on what him and Possible just said, it could have been extreme sadness or whatever, but I think, I went through a cycle. I went through a cycle where there's like a chain of events that are just completely keeping you in the spot, and I think, I was losing a lot of sleep. Maybe I was borderline stressed. in a way. So I don't know whether it was a stress or depressed.
No, don't,
yeah.
no, don't. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
how
but it's
to,
fine. So
yeah.
that's what I'm asking. What made you think, right?
What made me think?
In that period, what happened to you?
Okay, so Charlie, it's
so you've mentioned one of them.
My car got clamped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my car got clamped on a Monday. I took the car from this was in the UK. I took the car from the depot that they sent the car to on Tuesday. On Wednesday, my car got clamped again. I went to take it again. Friday, my car got clamped, and I left the car for them. Like
Do you know why I'm laughing?
Go ahead.
Because I've had a similar experience. But, I mean, not continuously. But that day, I think I nearly.
How did you feel?
I nearly
Yeah.
I felt like nothing was happening, and this was on the Otublohum Road on the Melcombe North Industrial area. Charlie, they clamped my car, and I was literally begging them that I just stopped. The guy says that why did I turn off my engine by the roadside, and that it's no. I was in the car.
He even got to see the guy clamp his car.
No, but so the thing is, it's not just because my car was clamped. But just like you are saying, there were other things that had happened to me the previous weekend into that Monday. Then it happened. I went there, begged this guy, blah, blah. Charlie, it was a whole lot. I got the car back because I paid the fine. Then the next day, on the same industrial road area, they clamped my car. And that day, bro, and the Uber said, man, check. I came out of the car and I told the guy, I'll catch you. Look, Charlie, like, and the guy says, and someone told me, look, these guys, it doesn't work. Don't even talk about cursing, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I will say I've never been depressed, but I was really sad. So I can feel.
Do you know what I did off the back of that? So that the Friday, the final time they clamped my car, because you actually got to see them take your car. In the UK, you know what they do? You see, back in the day, I had like a lot of parking tickets. So what they do is, when you get a car, they'll scan your number plate, and they'll be looking for your car. They'll send people to look for your car on the street where it's parked. So I had like backdated parking tickets I had even forgotten about. So they'll clamp the car. So the third time they clamped the car, that was a Friday. On Sunday, I left the UK for good and I came to Ghana.
Wow.
That's how I ended up here.
Wow.
Yeah. It was that bad. I was like, you know what, forget it.
And you felt you were depressed?
I think so.
Okay.
It was pretty intense. It was intense.
Yeah, but was it just because of that incident?
Like you said, it was like a chain. Because obviously, when your car is clamped, I'm waking up to go to work.
Okay.
Yeah? You come, you see your car is clamped. You go back inside, 30 minutes, your car's gone. And they posted a letter through the thing. Go and pay £500 to go and remove it from the.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
I'm sure someone sitting home watching will say, "Oh, by a clampo council, how do you go into depression?" But we'll take a look at the signs. Oliver, Molded Rock. Let's hear from you.
Yeah.
When you got depressed, all right? How did you feel? Like, what are some of the things that you went through that made you believe that you were depressed?
For me, it was unstable mind, and I couldn't think straight. I can be sitting down with you, talk to
And
me,
go off.
and then go. Whatever you said, it goes through this year and then comes out to the other. I wouldn't know what exactly you said, and I was having this. Things were not working as I wanted to be done. Right.
What are some of the things that happened prior to this feeling?
So it's a response. As a man, you have family, you have kids that you have to take care of, and you know that work is not going through. You're doing everything possible that is not going, and sometimes you feel like, what is exactly happening to me? Because not that you are a lazy person, but you're putting in much effort, and nothing seems to be going right. So sometimes you might even come home from work. Things are not working at work. You come home, you wake up in the morning, and you feel like, no, I don't want to even go out. You want to stay indoor. You'll be indoor. You try to sleep, wake up, do everything, but it seems like you have sleepless nights or restless. It got to a time that I feel like, but your people are doing well. No, not to compete with them, but you feel like, why
is it not working for me?
Right. And if you have family or you have kids like that, you are paying their fees, you are paying this, you are doing that, and you seem that, because kids they don't know what is.
No, they don't.
You are thinking of, I need to settle this bill, I need to do this, I need to do that. Now you are paying rent, your office, you are paying this, you are paying your...
Things are not going
Things
through.
are not going on well.
Okay.
So sometimes, look, it got to a time I was in the office alone. Look, I sat down crying like a baby. You know, it got to a time, it even got to a time that, look, Charlie, what are you wasting your time for?
Right.
Finish yourself and then go away. But, you know, through the process, I mean, through some process of
you were able to come out.
To come out of it.
I mean, we thank God I didn't cry because Macho Man way they cried there.
Oh, but
I mean,
fresh. Everyone, we all say Bemansu, but in what they are, we all have emotions.
But you see, when I am crying, people can consider me, but Macho Man. Yeah.
Macho Man.
So you don't know whether you've gone into depression before. Unless all right. So I mean, on the back of these revelations by our brothers, the experiences that they have had, Zaibwa.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
You see, that is Francis.
Francis. We'll go with Francis.
But I'm called Kofiska.
Money's on top of the list.
That is how I was very careful.
No, but I mean, your jacket self, they should say you get money. See the speaker that Kofiska. So we'll go with Kofiska.
Yes.
All right, so let's take a look at what depression is. What is depression?
Sure.
Now, per what they described, right? This is the last one we heard. So go with it. Was he depressed?
Sure. So, you see, in the journey of life, a lot of things that has happened. There are fluctuations in mood. So today you'll be happy, the next day you'll be sad. Those are the normal things that God, you know, as we are on this particular earth, we will be experiencing. So he was sad. He was sad. He was also sad. And I'm going to tell you why you guys were just sad and not really depressed. So when you wake up, someone will be like, hey, today I'm depressed. My brother, I am depressed. First somebody meets you and be like, Kofi, I'm depressed, so I'm depressed. It's not depression. That is a normal fluctuation of mood. You are sad. Things didn't go well with you. And you are
very sad.
I'm going to tell you what depression really is.
Okay, so now we are learning.
So when we say depression, depression is a normal mood disorder.
Okay.
And when we say something is disorder, I'm sure I'm going to explain to you for you to understand what disorder is. So depression is a normal mood disorder which tends to affect a person's feeling, your thinking, and your activities of daily living. So for instance, like you said, you were on that process, on the verge of becoming depressed, but you were sad. I don't know, thankfully, I don't know the therapies that you had in between that brought you back, but you were on that road. So you were just sad. So anything that affects you, I mean, your thinking pattern, your way of life, and your feeling, that's okay for a duration for, let's say, more than 2 weeks to a month, of which you lost in touch with reality. And you could see that there has been an impairment in the way you do things. Then it means that when you assess and a psychiatrist, you know, diagnose you, gets to know that all the symptoms that you've displayed is falls within that range of someone suffering from depression. Then you can be given the diagnosis of depression. But not when you're at home, you've been sacked from work, which can be a cause or a trigger of becoming depressed. But you just being sacked, your girlfriend just leaving you, or whatever that goes in, doesn't qualify you to just say that I am depressed. By giving yourself that diagnosis, no. That's instant, the things that are happening to you, probably you could say you are sad. But if care is not taken, in between, if therapies are not put in place, then you can be depressed.
So you have questions?
So let me get it straight.
Yeah, so today I think that's what we'll do. We'll ask him questions.
Yeah. so let me get it straight.
Yeah.
So from what I'm hearing, you're saying that if it's not a diagnosis by a professional, then it's a process of something that could be leading to depression, but not depression.
So statistically, a lot of men are depressed undiagnosed.
That's what I was
I'm
like, So a lot of them are depressed undiagnosed.
Right. Okay.
But for us to be aware, because depression is not the only, should I say, mental health disorder. Probably you could be suffering from bipolar schizophrenia, whatever. But until we assess you to know that you fall within that spectrum, that criteria, we can't just say that you are depressed.
So can someone who maybe is living in, maybe in an area that maybe he doesn't have access to a clinical, a practitioner.
Or probably cannot afford.
And he feels this way for 2 months, in his hometown. How does he describe himself? He was just sad for a long time because he wasn't diagnosed, or how does that work?
Yeah, so definitely that person needs to be assessed to see.
But if he's not assessed, you can't say whether he's depressed or not.
Oh, probably you can tell whoever that you are speaking to, your feeling. The person might have a broader idea of saying depression because probably you mentioned sadness, you mentioned isolation, you mentioned a whole lot of things that are symptoms or signs of depression. So the person could just say you are depressed. But we, from the clinical perspective, needs to assess you to know, even if it's depression, what type of depression are you suffering from? And not just mentioning it anyhow.
Okay, so please reiterate the signs, spell them out. What are some of the signs? Is it a combination of 2 or more, or you must exhibit all the signs before we can say that you are depressed?
All right, so since we are dealing with men,
in men.
Yes.
So it's actually different in women?
Probably there's some of the symptoms that are very dominant in men than women.
Okay.
But for men,
but I think it's not far play. He talks about the women's side too.
Yeah, but we're looking at it from the men's perspective.
Sure.
Because for me, so I wanted to know, we have stages, right?
The guy come out.
He will say,
Yeah.
It means that we have stages, right?
Yeah.
Because for me, I believe that, look, Charlie, I went through the depression for more than 2-3 months. Look, this thing was not even working.
Exactly. So
you see?
You were sad.
He was clinically sad.
No. Where the guy got to, I can say he was saved by grace.
Massa,
I'm telling you,
this thing.
Yeah, to that extent of having low libido or lack of sex drive.
That's why I am saying that. So you see, that's why I am saying that I've never been depressed.
You're on the gym
bro.
So I got to that.
Why? They're not erect. Come on.
So surprisingly, you see, a lot of people are chasing aphrodisiacs and those things.
Yeah.
I can tell a lot of them are depressed. A lot of the men that are chasing these kind of sex drive medications, a lot of them are depressed. And with time, I will explain to you.
General, then please let's go.
Because
without the diagnosis.
No, because people channel their depression in trying to find remedies that are unhealthy or non-therapeutic.
Okay.
The reason why a lot of men are into alcohol, drug abuse, a lot of them are depressed. Because men, you see, when we just started, we were saying, hey, na macho man, so are you depressed? Do you understand? People are saying, macho man, we all here. But macho man, or you're depressed. But there is no macho in trying to deny yourself from things or seeking for help. Do you understand?
We seek for help.
Exactly. You seek for help. So a lot of people are in town. You could see them, they're abusing all sorts of medications because of the depressive episode that probably they are working through. Some of them are having issues with their wives. And because we have been trained to man up, we have been trained not to talk, you understand? So we try to, find a lot of, a lot of ways just to overcome it. And that is why a lot of guys are just into these drugs, just, all kinds of things that will make them feel like they are man. But that is an unhealthy way. And that is what we have discovered over and over and over at the hospital.
So, Doc, I think that we should spell out the signs, right?
Yeah.
Again, what are some of the signs? What are some of the signs? What are the major signs of depression in men?
In men, they have impulsive anger. A lot of men, when they are depressed, you see them shouting unnecessarily, especially at home. Instead of them to just spell out what is really wrong with them, they channel it through their masculinity. I'm a man. So you see the kids, just playing, you just shout on them unnecessarily, things that are even doesn't call for him to be angry. He just all of a sudden becomes, angry. And also, like he said, the low sex drive. Sex is mostly in the mind. When you are not fine, when things are not really working well with you, I don't think you will even have that, that appetite to have sex with your wife. No. Yeah. But a lot of women don't know. They mostly complain, and sometimes they don't even fish out what is actually what is wrong with my man. They just say a whole lot of things. And men too, a lot of them also have sleep problems. You see, when things are not well, a lot of things going on here, you can't sleep. No. A lot of men don't sleep.
So
they
sleep,
stay awake.
You lose your libido, and what's the first one he mentioned?
Anger. Lots of appetite. A lot of guys don't eat. You always see them drinking alcohol, taking a lot of things that they don't want.
What are some of the other signs?
And anhedonia, that is a loss of interest. You could see the person that was Charlie Sunday special, that. All of a sudden, the guy feels isolated.
That is exactly what man was going through.
You see?
So you were depressed?
It was depression. Because, Charlie, see, the only way is sometimes when I get close to you, I want to get close to you in the sense that what exactly is it coming from? What are you saying? And when the thing comes, when I might have interest in the first 2-3 minutes.
The rest,
that's all cassette.
Okay, I want to pick possible thoughts, right? Possible. By this definition, have you ever been depressed?
By the definition, I think so.
You think you've been depressed? Okay, so I wouldn't delve so much into that. But as a man, right? As a man, what are some of the things that bother you? That bother you so much that you think you might go into depression? What are some of the things?
When I have a target to meet and then I can't get the finances to meet the target at a period in time that I've set for myself, it worries me a lot. That is like, I don't know.
I think that is general though, isn't it?
But
even for kids, like if you want to make an A in your exams and your studies,
depends on how much they value it.
But I
think it depends how much you value that thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly, because when I was putting up my shop, right, I set a target for myself with a funding that I know that, okay, fine, this money will actually fit the shop. And I gave myself some money to put the shop to my standard.
4 months to be exact.
So I was going through the phases, and then you employ this person to come and work for you, and then the person wouldn't do it right. So you have to change the whole thing again. And it involves money. So you may release your anger on the people you've employed, but they don't care about your anger. They'll still repeat the same thing again. So going through that phase, and I know that, okay, fine, I need to open this thing at this particular point in time. You've told everybody who is closer to you, even though you've not publicized it.
On this.
But then you've told the people who are closer to you, okay, fine, that's it, okay, fine, that's it, the person is opening the shop. And I got to the time, and then I hadn't even done 50% of what I was supposed to do. And I can't depend on that 50% or like that 30% that I've done to open the shop.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Doc, I have a question for you on that. Can one thing, just one thing, setting a target for yourself and not reaching it, check you into depression?
Sure.
Just one?
Yes.
It's not a compounding of different issues. Just one thing can push you into depression?
We have vulnerabilities. We have thresholds as individuals. So what can easily slip you off to get depression is different from what my brothers also.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is why we assess based on individual, what you really entails or what you have.
Have you thought about why men aren't able to speak out? Before that, why is it that men find it difficult to speak up or to speak out on issues that bother them from a clinical
perspective? Our socio-cultural factors is really bringing us down as men. You see, we are groomed in such a way that we feel like someone who said the insuperable ball or something. You said that. Yeah. So we are groomed in such a way that as if we are emotionless. We don't really have, you don't have to. So even when you go to the funeral places, you go and you see that women will be crying, all of exhibiting or expressing their emotions. But you as a man, you go and stand in the middle of them and just be crying, and you hear your own colleagues. What I don't know, you hear that
societal construct is
exactly. Okay. That is what is killing us.
Okay, I don't know. We have some comments. Let's check out the comments on our social media and find out exactly. Can you guys please project here so I can see it? Thank you. All right, so this one is from Kwame Osei up here, Dankwa. He says, I've been getting depressed since I've not been paid for 5 months in a row. I sit and think about, someone
should work and not get paid.
I sit and think about why someone should work and not get paid, and I get depressed sometimes. Is that possible? Is it depression?
Yes.
Because I've not been paid?
Yes.
Okay.
You need money to know.
To roll.
You need what?
You need money.
Can we see the next comment, please? Can we see the next comment?
As long as you know, cool.
All right, Christian Pintel says, yes, it's true, everything was true. Since morning, I've never eaten. I'm planning to. Can we please have the next comment, please? He's obviously depressed. Samuel K. Blay says, Ghana's current state, most of us wake up depressed. Okay, Nana Kofi, it's not me, it's not Nanya as well, it's not Kofi Sika. He says depression is for rich people, really?
Not for me.
Is it true?
I don't know his theology. I don't know where it's coming from.
Divine Salvation Army says, I wish I could send voice or like a voice note, Charlie. Oh. Yeah, that's clearly someone that's going through a lot.
That's hard.
It's sad.
Difficult,
Men, we are like 3 times, vulnerable to suicide or attempting suicide because of some of these depression stuff.
Yeah.
And if men should come right now to talk about what they are really going through, I'm sure we are not going to close this program. So statistically, you realize that a lot of men does commit suicide more than that of women. Women chant, women yell, women will talk a lot about their problems. Men will keep quiet. And the next time that you see us is hanging ourselves or doing something that ends our life. So men really need help.
When he was talking about the symptoms, right? Then I realized, oh, bro, then you were depressed.
What, bre?
Because I don't know how I handled it. See, it got to a time, the first time I touched my sister was within that period.
First time you what, sorry?
I touched my sister.
You what?
Like you hit it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Beat?
I was just in the room, like, I heard her talking back at my dad. I just went out, like, what's the problem? Like, she didn't explain. I was like, yo, pa. So my dad was like,
What's wrong with you?
what's wrong with
Yeah.
you?
So it was probably depression, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have to go on a commercial break, yeah? But Doc, when we're back, or let me ask this before we go on the commercial break. How can we create a haven for men to speak out? If you can let us know this in just a minute, we'll be happy.
Like what we are doing right now, we've opened the forum. You saw people even, commenting.
That they wish they could send a voice.
Exactly. When we do that, we are just creating an outlet for people to pour their emotions. And it's one of the best strategies that we can. Just paving the way for them to talk.
Okay, so what about the people around us? Our children, our kids, our wives and girlfriends, our, colleagues and co-workers. What role do they have to play in making sure that we are not depressed?
They also form parts of the support system. For a person to have that sense of belongingness, have a feel that although I'm going through these trials, this period, I have people around me that are really, they serve as a beacon to help me. That alone is a therapy on itself.
I see. Okay, guys, we have to go on a commercial break, but we have been talking about, like I said, something really sensitive, men and depression, recognizing the signs. You have heard, Charlie, if the kuku don't slow, make slow, and, you are not happy, you are easily triggered, you get easily angry and all that. You want to visit a psychiatrist. We are saying that you probably might be exhibiting the signs, but until you are diagnosed, you probably do not know if you are depressed or not. Also, the BMPS show, Charlie, we are here, even though we are just, having these conversations and laughing out loud. You can also reach out to us every time because the BMPS show, it's what it is. We're trying to create an avenue or a platform for men to share some of their deepest thoughts on several issues. So make sure that you are reaching out to us. You can use my handle at Kofi84233 or reach out to any of the guys and they will channel your concerns to us, right? We are not saying that come and ask us for more rough. That's a disclaimer. That's a disclaimer. But yeah, if it gets really tough and you need Momo, God day, we will see how good now. We have a conversation with our mixologist today, Survivor. And so let's take this very short commercial break. We'll be right back. Alrighty, thank you so much for staying with us. We're glad that you're watching this very important conversation on the BMPS show today. Men and depression, what are the signs? I'm sure you have learned a thing or two. So yeah, we want to get straight into it. Our brother, Survivor, is here with us and he is with Johnny Walker. Charlie, we hear say you go win some award, B.
Yeah.
What award was that?
So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the face looked familiar.
Right.
Me too.
So it is John Walker Global Bartenders Challenge.
Okay.
So it's worldwide competition, which I'm being the only one who's been selected or win from Africa.
Wow.
To compete in Scotland.
Wow.
That's mad.
And you are from Tribeca? You work there?
Yeah, I'm from Tribeca, which is a restaurant located in Airport Residential. Yeah.
Oh.
I see. So you were the winner of, I hear they say it's Johnny Walker Global Bartender Challenge.
Yes.
And you did that with which particular cocktail?
So I did that with a cocktail called the Black Secret, which
Black Secret.
Black Secret, which I created it and named it myself.
Oh.
Yeah. So for the past years, I've drawn inspiration from a craft that transcends mere mixology and a truly blended and a remarkable cocktail. So my focus is not just based on doing cocktail, but another way of drinking or having fun in a healthy way.
Okay.
So we know, as in John Walker, is made in Scotland,
Right.
with over 30 different types of whiskey, which is malted grains and single grains whiskeys coming together to form a beautiful whiskey like this, which is a little bit spicy with tropical dark fruits and sweet vanilla and other stuff, peaty flavor. So I decided to create a cocktail for the challenge. So I used blackcurrant, which is creme de cassis, just to complement the tropical dark fruit in the John Walker Black Label. And I decided to use coconut liqueur and pineapple. Well, no, when you pair coconut and pineapple, it's just amazing. And I decided to create a first ever syrup in Ghana called the activated charcoal syrup.
The what? Activator what?
Charcoal syrup.
Charcoal syrup.
You made that?
Yeah, I made the syrup myself.
I see.
Yep. And
So these are the things that you put together to give us the Black Secret.
Sure.
We would like to
Charcoal
know how it tastes like. So if you could...
obviously the charcoal is the secret.
Yeah, because nobody has access to it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe you wanna let us have a
Yeah,
When
sure.
is the world, where is it going to take?
We'll be going in January.
Okay.
With other
So you're going
winners
to
from
Germany, Switzerland. Scotland,
yeah.
okay, Scotland, okay.
Home of the whiskey.
Okay. All right, so let's have it. Whilst you mix it, we want you to tell us how it felt like or how it still feels like being the only one chosen to represent.
So I'm very proud and excited. For the past years, I haven't wasted my time as in being a mixologist, but these are some of the things I need to achieve, and I thank the Lord because I've already started. It's been a long year, or let's say a journey, but I believe a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean.
That's a lot of inspiration for us.
I've seen most of my other people embarking on another challenge, but the problem is once the challenge is over, you don't get anything. But for me, let's say I'm blessed and I've survived through it because...
Oh, that's why you are called Survivor?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, really? So at what point did you pick that name, Survivor?
It's the name that my mom gave me.
Oh,
due to condition.
Names are powerful.
Yeah, due to condition. My mom, when in the process of giving birth to me, was transferred from one hospital to another. So I think the third one, she knows to go under CS. After that, I need to spend like 6 to 8 months in incubator and other stuff. Wow. And then I was being declared unstable, but since then, one has been fit.
You're very stable.
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
When I be fit.
Okay, so mix stuff for us. Guys, whilst he's mixing, so mix it for us, yeah?
All right, sure.
I'll try it first.
What? Excuse me?
But guys, why you win come?
Oh, you understand what I said?
We go beat you into depression.
Last time, see, you did something, and I didn't want to voice it out. And today, too, you understand what I'm saying? You are still telling me. You want me to speak it
No,
out?
it's okay. It's okay. Anyway,
Don't
guys,
mind.
do you have any final questions for
No, I mean-
for Kofi Sikaye boy?
I like that. I like that.
Kofi money.
No, do you know?
Okay, no, but maybe we shouldn't take a question.
Okay,
But I nearly forgot one
All
thing.
right.
So, therapy sessions. You mentioned creating an avenue for men to voice out, but I
exactly.
believe that's not the only thing that takes care of depression. What can be done to help men that are in depression?
Yeah, so to move to that question, I just want people to know that you can be depressed and you can hallucinate.
Oh,
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Yes, that is to the extreme.
Wow.
You can have hallucinations. You can be deluded. There are people that are walking around saying that they are president. Meanwhile, everybody knows the president, but he calls himself president. And sometimes people feel that probably the person is depressed and it has gone to that. So to the extreme, people hallucinate. and that is when you experience the psychotic part of the depression. All right, so to answer your question, so the modalities or the way to help people that are undergoing this kind of depressive episode, one is to offer the talk help, what we call it psychotherapy. So we could see that a lot of people will tell you that, I wasn't feeling well for the past months. I wasn't really of myself. I've lost in touch with reality. But when I spoke to this person, or when I went to see a clinical psychologist, I could see I've come back to myself. That is called a psychotherapy. Okay. So it is not all forms of depression that you need a psychiatrist to give you medication to take. There is also therapy in talking. I mean, professional therapy. And you have to also know that when you are going through such stress or being depressed, it is not anybody at all that you find around the street that you can tell. You know, when young guys suffer broken heart, you could see them sometimes. They will even come to you and say, like, Charlie, sometimes it's not their fault. It's not their fault.
But that can also check you into depression, right?
Exactly.
When your girl leaves you.
Sure, broken heart can easily, it's a trigger. It can easily push you to suffer depression. Yes. So, I mean, so you seek a psychologist for clinical or talk to someone you really love. It's really therapeutic. Yes.
What's the next stage after depression? What's the worst that can happen to someone who is depressed?
For men, that is suicide. Depression itself is mental disorder, but the worst that we experience in men is suicide. And like I told you, they are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than men.
Men are women. 3 times more likely to commit suicide than women. Listen carefully, please. Men are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than women. That's very serious.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The funny part is that a lot of women are diagnosed of suffering depression, but men are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than women.
Oh, to commit suicide.
Is the number of diagnoses for women more because they feel more free to voice it out?
Yes, women will talk. They'll talk about their
Well, they
issues.
drink chichinga date up.
So there is a transition whereby the black color will start coming. That shows there is no any artificial color in there or any food color. So when you are using activated charcoal itself, because we know activated charcoal has a lot of health benefits, as in medicine for anti-poisoning, diarrhea.
For what? Anti-poisoning?
Yeah.
Sure.
Charcoal.
Wow.
So we are just not drinking anything else, but we are just having fun. And
Antidotes.
sure.
Are there any other special benefits?
So these 2 are for who?
Yeah, sure. So you can taste this. I'll make another.
So do we have to chew the chichinga before
Yeah,
the
so
drink?
this is
Pineapple.
this is the garnish. This is dehydrated pineapple with hibiscus dust on.
It's not meat.
No.
Me and my mom this Dog, please pass me one. Let me try the black. Is that the drink is what the black secret?
Yeah, it's called the Black Secret.
Black secrets.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Very cold.
Survivor.
So wait, so teach me how to go about drinking the black secret. So this first,
Make perfumes.
Yeah.
or any of them first?
Any of them.
Mix these drinks like the way I do that. I like it.
How does it taste?
Hey.
Tastes good.
He just wants to eat that. That's all it was. He just wanted to give a
I know
preamble
you'll
to
come
eat
for
the
more.
thing.
You'll come for more.
Please try it.
The man is in the spirit too.
Yeah.
I'm not depressed. Inshallah.
So which fruit is that?
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Wow. Guys, you'd love it.
Well, I can imagine, but
Okay.
you've taken it.
So, guys, this is Black Secret, a special drink made by our brother Survivor. If you've been watching, you've heard his story and why he's called Survivor, and also what inspired this particular drink. He has been selected to represent in a global challenge, right? So we wish him the very, very best. We're going for a very short commercial break. When we're back, I'll have my second glass. Then we can wrap up on this conversation on depression. I'm Kofi Hayford. Don't go anywhere. I'm with my first glass anyway. Eyes, you love it, huh?
Why are you so quiet? This guy kept this quiet. This is nice.
There's a lot of warmth in my body.
Oh, forget that. This is lovely.
It's lovely. It is. Anyway,
Is it one of the ways to also to manage your sadness or depression is to get something good, feel good like this. You know, there are a lot of people.
I like what you are just talking
Yeah,
about.
you
so,
have
so
to.
it's okay. So you're saying that when you are troubled, when a man is troubled, right, they can actually help themselves from getting to the stage of depression, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things is to feel good,
Feel good.
to have good moments.
Exactly.
But what if you are not
Yeah.
getting? If you are not getting the fuel?
The
to
fuel, like what, finance?
Well, not necessarily because you don't feel you are sad
You have
so
the
much
yes,
that you don't even feel like going
yes,
out with
yes.
your friends.
So that is where the support system comes in.
Okay. Yeah.
Where the people around you can help you. So my guy, let's go out. Let's sit at the beach. Let's have a drink. A drink, just something to party, not just to add wounds to the flesh,
Yeah.
like drinking a lot of alcohol.
But having good moments.
Exactly,
you know.
good moments together.
Beautiful women too can be very...
Is that true?
Beautiful women.
No, I want, you know, I actually wanted to ask Doc, but
You see?
I don't want to put his job on the line. But seriously, do women help the situation?
Situation of not becoming depressed.
No, we know that, like you said, the people around us contribute to some way and somehow can contribute to the depression. Or might not help us to manage
They can be both.
our sadness.
Exactly.
But I'm saying what I want to find out now is on a very light note.
Yeah.
When you are depressed and you see women, can you boost you?
Master, the libido level is what again?
Which kind of women are you?
Be traveling.
Women working on the street or just some...
nice, this thing. You understand? Dog, oh, come on.
It can really worsen the situation.
Hey!
Oh, let me finish.
Yes, no, I
Let me
understand.
finish.
No, I'm with you.
Yes,
You are with
yes. But because if you're not careful, the reason why a lot of men, break down when they are suffering broken heart and other stuff is that they have beautiful women of which have disappointed them. So the truth is that when you are going through such moment, you become highly vulnerable. Vulnerable in such a way that when you meet a beautiful girl on the street, you channel all your heart because you want to come back.
Right.
You know how men are.
Right.
So we take it like as a means of trying to get back with a lady that I've gotten. And if that lady also disappoints you, that is when you be getting closer to your grave.
Possible wants to say something. We are wrapping up though. Nanye, why? You be this thing called I7.
This is nice.
Relax, bro. Yeah, Possible want to say
I don't have to
something.
say some like certain word, but you know bad bees.
What is bad bees?
What's the bad deal? Is it black and
It's
and
okay.
yellow?
It's okay.
No,
Let him talk.
if you're in a depression state, and let's say
Preparation stage for
like
Depression,
maybe
like
you're heading to a depression. And let's say a friend of mine, Kofi, bro, you're depressed. Come and let me just, and gives me one beautiful woman that
I didn't sorry that I was with you.
when I catch yourself,
Maybe the woman is not beautiful enough.
allow him.
Because if she is,
you understand what I'm saying? You see, no, yeah. You know, sometimes you need to test your thing and say if indeed it is. Then Kofi gives me beautiful woman to like massage me and then like let me take away my worries.
That's long.
You see, the temporary relief you will get.
Fine,
We are looking at exactly.
the long run.
You see,
Look, let me add.
You see, the more you go and come with depression,
okay.
the higher your risk of breaking down or having a chronic mental disorder, becomes high.
Okay.
So you should be careful.
Okay, Doc, I want Doc to do something here. Please, I want you to look into the camera, and tell every man that is watching us why it is important to seek help when they are very sad, because sadness also leads to depression. That would be our final word on the night.
You know what? Courageous men seek for help. You are not an emotionless human being. You have emotion. You respond to stimuli. When things are not going on well, just seek for help. Don't sit down and just tell yourself that I am a man. It is not all situations that we man up as being a man. There are situations that you just need to talk to a professional. You need to talk to the people around you just to help you to have a good life, not to break down, because the world really needs you as a man.
Thank you very much. You just heard Mr. Francis Yeboah. Well, you've heard everything. I don't need to reiterate everything that he said. Kofi Sika is alias, right? But yes, as part of being a man is, doing what you need to do, seeking help. It takes a man to make very bold decisions. So make sure that you're seeking help when you're going through very rough times. Else you could check into depression. We hope that you've enjoyed this conversation. I don't know if it's a conversation to be enjoyed, but we hope you have learned something today. We sat here in our Joy Prime studio, of course. I'm Kofi Hayford. I did this with Nanye, Oliver, Possible, and of course, shouts to our man survivor. Charlie, your drink is solid, right?
I've even emptied the glass.
So we have to come and visit you at Frank Picker
enjoying it.
Restaurant Airport, right? Thank you so much. And thanks to the production team, and thanks to you, our viewer, for being a part of this. Shouts to my brother Eme and the entire squad. They are doing amazing. Thank you very, very much. We're out of here.
Wow, it's very nice.